Hi, I'm Cameron Bentley, your instructor for English 1101 this semester. I look forward to working with you. I want to go over a few things that are in the syllabus and on the course calendar. And so you might want to pause right here and go down to the next document in this folder and print that out, and then come back and continue watching this video with the syllabus right in front of you. And so that's the first document I'm going over, is the syllabus that for some reason prints in landscape on my computer, but I'm not going to read the whole thing. I do want you to read the whole thing, and I want you to highlight and star and make notes of important things on here. But I want to point out a few of the things that I think are important. First, my phone number and office location and office hours are on the syllabus, but I'm not always in my office. Sometimes I'm in class, and I have meetings to attend and other things, and so it's always better to email me through Angel, and then if you want to come in, I'll be glad to see you. But let me know when you're coming so I can make sure to be in my office. It has 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock Monday through Friday listed on here as the office hours, but like every third Monday I know that I have a meeting during that time and will not be in the office then. And so just let me know before you come, and I'll be sure to be there. My preferred method of contact is using Angel Mail, and that way I can keep track of everything that we've discussed, and when I need to look up something, I know that it's in Angel Mail, and so I only respond to emails that I get through Angel Mail. The course competencies are there for you to read. The textbooks are Rules for Writers and 40 model essays that come packaged together, but we've been using them for a while, so you should be able to get them used if you want. The 40 model essays is the second edition, though. Make sure you get the second edition. The first edition does not have the same readings in it. So you'll have reading assignments from both books throughout the semester. If it says the blue book or rules, it means this one. If it says 40 model essays, it means this one. Anytime that you have a grammar reading assignment, it's going to be from Rules for Writers. Anytime that you have an assignment that's going to require you to write an essay in response to a reading, that reading will come from this book. And this book we also call the anthology. All right, on the next page, the percentages, quizzes, and discussions are 25% of your grade. You'll have one of those each week. Essays are 25% of your grade, and we'll be doing one beginning essay that you'll have a little extra time on, and then we'll have 2 timed essays that you'll have an hour to write, and then we'll have a makeup essay at the end if you need to replace one of those grades, and there's also an option for dropping one of those grades that'll be explained in a later document. And then we have a presentation and a research paper that are 25% of your grade together, and then the midterm and the final exam are 25% of your grade together. And every online class at Augusta Tech requires a proctored assignment. That means you have to come to campus to do it, and for this class it's the presentation, and that will be explained in a further document. The incomplete grades is there for you to read. The next one, students are responsible for checking their grades in Angel on a weekly basis. And so on the front page of the course, there's a little box that has your grade in it. And you have to click refresh on that box every time. Even if you log out of Angel, log back in, shut down your computer, log back in, it won't refresh until you click refresh in that box. And so click refresh every time you log in, check on your current grade, and make sure that it is what you think it should be. And if you have any questions or problems, you need to let me know soon, immediately. The interview is the presentation for this class, and for that, you're going to need to make an appointment with Mr. Laracy, and I have his email address and the assignment explanation, and come and talk to him about your experience as an online learner. And I have the questions that he's going to ask you also there in the assignment. And it's a state requirement that students give an oral presentation in English 1101, and so that's how we're satisfying that requirement for this class. It does count as 10% of your final grade. It does count as the proctored event, and so if you don't come to that, then you come to campus for the final exam. And if you don't attend either one of those, then the only grade that you're eligible for in the class is an F. All right, so it's important to make that appointment for the interview soon. Makeup policy, work is accepted late. There's a 10-point deduction per day, and it's no matter the reason. So if your computer broke, or your car broke, or you had to go to the doctor, it's still 10 points a day. And so I always encourage you to get your work in a couple of days early. And then that way, if you do have to go to the doctor on the day that it's due, or your computer breaks down on the day that it's due, it's okay. You've already gotten it done. Weekends count on the 10% per day. And so if work is due on a Thursday, your computer breaks down on that Thursday, and you haven't submitted your work yet, and you can't get your computer fixed until Monday, Saturday and Sunday still count as 10 points off each. And so by Monday, the highest you'll be able to get is a 70. So again, please submit your work early. All right. The group activities, the group bonus assignment is explained in the next, or a document in the same folder. And the bonus points apply to any assignment in the whole course. And so anytime you have an assignment, you can email your team about it and excuse me, get feedback from them. Send me that form that's in the group bonus assignment folder and get extra credit. But you have to do all the required work in order for any extra credit to count. There are examples of plagiarism in this folder. There's a definition of plagiarism in this folder. Plagiarized work will count as, the score will be a 1 on any plagiarized work. All right, a 1 lets us all know that you turned it in, but it wasn't worth anything. So make sure that you're citing sources when you use them, and all writing that is not cited is completely your own. All right, attendance policy. You have to submit assignments every 7 days in order to remain in the class. Now, the way that the course calendar is set up, so now I'm switching to this document, is that you have more than 7 days to complete some units. Unit 1 is shorter, January 5th through 8th. I mean, the introduction unit, but Unit 1 is longer. It's January 12th through 22nd. All right, so you have 10 days. But that means that you have to submit something in there before the end of the unit in order to stay in the class. If you just go 10 days without submitting anything, then you get withdrawn. And so within Unit 1, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things to do. All right, not all of them require submissions. The reading assignments you don't turn anything in for. But I've spaced it out so that you read something on Monday, you read something on Tuesday, you submit something on Wednesday, you write something on Thursday, you submit something on the following Monday. All right, you don't have to do it on these days that I've suggested. These are just suggestions. But doing it this way keeps you from having too much to do the final day that is due, and keeps you in the class because you're submitting things every more than every 7 days. You're not letting 7 days go by without submitting something. All right, so the way the calendar works is that assignments are due, the final due date for full credit is the last day of the unit span. And so for the introduction unit, the last day of the unit span is January 8th. All of this stuff is due by then. For unit 1, the last day of the unit span is January 22nd. All of this stuff is due by then. I do encourage you to begin the work early, do it early, submit it early, because there's too much to do in each unit for you to wait until the last day that everything can be turned in for full credit and try and do it all then. This is the first page of the assignment schedule. When you get to the second page of the assignment schedule, I don't have the clear boxes anymore because we're working all on the research paper then, and so it's more of a linear progression of assignments. But you'll notice that there are some highlighted dates, and that's when particular things are due. Those are hard and fast due dates. Again, you can turn the work in late for a 10% penalty per day, but again, please turn the work in early. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. And you have a few things to get started on with this introduction unit that is due on the 8th. And I look forward to working with you on those assignments and hearing from you about any questions that you have or comments that you want to make about the class.